Yes, sir.
We here again.
They thought we wasn't gonna come back,
Man,
but
look
we
at
back. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody
Live in
tuning
direct.
back into IAGL podcast.
What's
you
up?
know,
What's up?
it's your brother Kadri with my man Humzito.
Love
know,
Hums in the building.
We here,
You know how
man.
he
You know,
is.
we appreciate the wait. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody's been trying to see when we was gonna shoot our next one, but
Yeah.
we just been going through life. You know how that go, trials and tribulations, regular stuff, man.
Work
but
is
we
work.
back, and we
Life
back
is
with a
life.
good topic. We gonna get right to it. I ain't even gonna waste no time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got a special guest.
A very special guest.
Special guest. Shout out the Daily Paper. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out
First
to
of all,
DP the gang.
They definitely suited us, booted us. You know what I'm saying? So the gear and the drip came from Daily Paper. But
out
we're
to
gonna
our
bring our guest on the show.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I think you do the honors bringing her on because this is your homie. You know.
The light, the great, highly awaited. Let's give it up for E Monvy.
Yes, sir. E Monvy. Erica, y'all. Yes.
Yeah.
Drip. That varsity is hard too. That's exactly what we represent. You know the look.
Oh, look at the whole
Look,
gang.
Come on,
Might have to
man.
take that after her.
You see?
Daily
What's going
Paper
on,
my
man?
vibe.
Yes, I'm chilling.
How you feeling
guys?
today?
Blessed, highly favored, feeling
Alright.
amazing, feeling
That's good,
great.
that's
How you
good.
guys feeling today?
Listen, man, we
Can't
just happy to
complain.
be here. I'm happy to be here. You know,
I think we
happy to
just
be
own
rocking
it.
with
I'm
y'all.
happy. I'm honored
That's
to
dope.
be in y'all presence, to be here, to be a part of this show.
You know, today I think we really wanted to touch on, as far as topic wise, more so like people pleasing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And as far as it could even go as far as like people pleasing as far as social media, where it's kind of like putting a facade, you know, on the gram. You know, I really wanted to touch on that because I just feel like everybody nowadays, you go on everybody's Instagram page, everybody living life. Everybody got no struggles. Everything look great. And that
Nobody
shit
want to
is
show
cap.
the behind the scenes.
Yeah. Remember when Instagram first came
Things
out?
Great and cloud.
And like you ain't have to really worry about what you post. You could post your big toe on there. It ain't even matter. Nowadays you be
throw a
like,
sepia filter.
nowadays you be like, oh, I wore those sneakers the last picture. I can't
Yeah.
throw that up. It's just mad stuff. I just feel like it's
I
really
think
cap.
it's really just how society, outside of just the normal people, like who people are looking up to nowadays. Like,
I agree.
just like the celebrities nowadays, they're so perfect. There's so many editing tools now.
This
There's
is
so
true.
many social media like apps that can help you to like edit your photos. So like if you do have a big toe, you can might make it a little smaller, a little shorter, just to be like, nah, this is gonna have
Not
to
the
look
small
good for you,
big toe.
But it's just, and the people pleasing is just like, what social media just wants to show you is like there ain't no struggles. Like you have to make yourself look good, because this is what these companies are looking for. They don't
That's
want to
true.
ever see, the realness of anything. But I mean, some people, you got to fake it till you make it, and that shit been around since what?
That's
before
see,
you
and
was
that's
born.
the issue
So,
I
like,
got with it though. To fake it till you make it,
Yeah.
kind of like approach. You know, there's nothing wrong with putting your best foot forward.
Right.
You know, if you want to do that on a social media platform where you showing your best you is real. But I feel like I know a lot of people who like popping on the gram, got a lot, and like and on the real.
person.
People don't
it's
care about
really
the
down and out.
authenticity.
I
And it's-
know a lot of
yeah.
people
They just
that's
wanna-
a whole different. They
That's
be
what
on
I'm
social
saying.
media, and then when you go out with them, they be like, "How much is the bill?
Come on, how much?
We gonna split that? We gonna
Where do
We
we
don't-
do this?
Yeah, I got a coupon real quick. You know what I'm saying? It's like 15% off on this
I don't
bill.
got-
So I
I
got.
don't even roll. I don't
It
even like rolling with
happens
those
though.
kind of
It
people.
happens, and
at all.
it's sad, but it's just like it's the day we live in today. But we gotta just really appreciate when you come across the people who are just naturally themselves, who are real, who are just like naked truth, like walking in.
That's true.
Because if you walk in your naked truth, you can go anywhere,
That's true.
and you can actually do that without putting up a front.
Yeah, but that's a lot of vulnerability.
A lot. It
A
is.
lot.
But it's a vulnerability to an extent. It's really what you want. I feel like we all vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things you don't share about yourself on social media, not because you don't want to show your real self, it's because you don't want people to access that side of you. When people have access to your vulnerability, they have access to your weakness. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's how a lot of people move on certain aspects. So it just depends on who you are. I think when you're on social media, you just have to be the same person that you're on social media in real life. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be like, oh yeah, I got hit by a car, and then like, I mean, some people do it, some people
Yeah.
don't, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But it just really depends on.
See,
what you wanna
I feel
share.
like you're better at keeping certain things
I'm very
private.
private. Yeah, I'm extremely private on my social media.
Yeah.
I don't even like
You don't even got a public page. The page.
I
is
do have
private.
I have a
Oh,
public
okay.
page,
So you
but I'm
coulda-
just very.
Could have fooled me.
No. I have a public page for like certain reasons, but I'm very private in a sense. Like I have a kid, I have a 2-year-old daughter. I don't
Bless.
post her as much.
Shout out to her.
You know, Nori, love you to death.
That's
But it's just certain things you just can't really post because people just have, and it's just, the career you have, like, you know what I'm saying? Like where you maneuver in certain rooms and people have access to you in person, and then having them knowing like how your kid looks like or like where your kid go to school at. It's a lot of things you gotta
that
be
is a lot of
careful
information
you know?
exposed. You know what I'm saying? That people
Just,
just
you
sit there
know-
and take advantage. You never know people intent too.
This is
You
true.
know,
Exactly.
Yeah, people intent be way
It's
off
true.
these days. You know what I'm saying?
It's so funny because I was recently told, in order to say no, you got to negotiate.
I mean, no, yeah.
Because saying no is so
but
hard.
why is that? Like, why I gotta negotiate the no?
You know,
what I'm
it's one thing to set clear boundaries, right? And to know your values, to know exactly what you want out of things.
Mhm.
And then there's, just literally real life pressure of other people coming to you with their burdens and what their expectations are,
So who are these people? As these friends, family?
It could be it's usually people closer to you. Like
But what
closer
is
to
your whole process behind instead of saying, when you got to say no, you got to negotiate. Like, what is your whole,
It's so that
like, what
It
is, like,
makes
how do
it-
you even handle that in a situation or something like
it
that?
makes it easiest to so that way you get what you want and that the other person who you care for or feel inclined to,
Like, compromise.
please,
Right. Right.
is in knows that you still want to give and act, have them access to you. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
But without you losing.
So when
at the
do
end of
we
the day.
get to the point where we stop caring about other people's opinion?
Ooh.
How can we get towards
Or are you?
not
For
caring?
instance, I mean, individually.
Yeah.
Me personally, I care about. Unfortunately, I care about what other people think. you
I
know?
think it's the placement that they have in your life. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you go as far as you need to go for people on where they are in your life. As your mom, ain't no,
Right, yeah,
ain't no. It's just like it's your mom's, but it's just like a lot of people feel entitled to certain, answers or certain actions from you because they feel like they have a certain place in your life, and sometimes it's not healthy for you. Sometimes it's not, good for you to, so it just depends on so it depends when you're saying no to negotiate. I think it just depends who that person is to you, mentally, emotionally, and physically in your life. And then that's how you can make that decision.
So more so like peers is going to have.
Yeah.
is
I mean,
that-
even with peers.
That's the crowd that we really targeting. Who's going to have that? Whose
Yeah,
opinions
still
we really
like
value.
when it
Yeah,
matters.
yeah.
And honestly, as selfish as it sounds, if it's beneficial to you, to be honest.
Of course, but
You know what I'm
the
saying?
times when you feel it on the inside, you going against the grain of your natural
Yeah.
way of
You
like.
shouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's
shouldn't
something
do
that,
that. You should
I'm
never step
getting
out of
better
that.
at, but
Yeah.
I still struggle with that. Like when I'm placed in that predicament, and I feel like I can feel like the weight of something. I feel like I got to be the one to like take that. I got to take the hit. I got to sit there. And,
I was once told, like one of my homegirls' moms told me this. She looked at me one day and she was just telling me. She said, when you're making a decision, any decision in your life, and you feel like it's heavy in your heart, and you always, once you're making an important decision, it's either you getting the heavy or you getting the lightweight of feeling in your heart. When it feels heavy in your heart, it's not your place in your life to do that. When you're making the right decision, you have like this easy spirit going on. You feel good. You know what I'm saying? So when you
like
place
accepting.
when you place in those predicaments like you was talking about, and you was saying, oh, like, it's heavy on me and it's like in my can. You try to step out of that and you do it for them.
Right.
It's not your place. It's not in God's position. It's not in your path to take that.
I totally understand and respect that.
Yeah.
But there are always people with ill intent, and they will manipulate. So how do you identify that manipulation so someone can?
I feel
Nip
like
it
you
in the
have to
bud
be
early.
spiritually aligned for that. You always have to be one with God, just one with a higher self. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the world gonna maneuver around you all the
Transcendental.
time, and you gotta just understand that. You gotta understand like something just gonna tell you everything. Your instinct.
It's definitely something that you could feel on the inside, like the manipulation. Like you
Yeah.
could feel it like natural, like you said, within. Like
Yeah.
it's just if you want to conform
Like, you
to the
know,
manipulation.
Exactly,
if you want to
for
be the
sure.
person that's gonna.
You want to keep being ignorant.
Yeah. It's
you
kind of
wanna,
like speaking up for
Or just being
yourself, you know?
fooled, to be honest. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
exactly what you're going through. You're
Yeah,
just being
you know?
bamboozled to be.
Nah, facts.
So
That's-
like,
That's
What,
such a
what
struggle.
do you say about people that are, I guess, playing the game or playing a fool, you know, but hopefully they're hoping to serve their purpose at the end of the day.
lack
you
of
know?
self-love when you playing the fool. I mean, if you playing it, then that means you're acting it out. But
aware.
like people who actually just fold into manipulation and just be on some like, you know, I'm just gonna stay here with him because of this reason. I'm gonna do this. It's just lack of insecurity, lack of self-love. You know what I'm saying? Because once you have reached a certain level of, you know, of love for yourself, there's boundaries you automatically set in your life. For everyone, family, friends,
This
peers,
nigga
acquaintances.
spitting.
No, but serious.
cap.
You know, I spent a year and a half just like reflecting and just actually, you enter these relationships, you enter a lot of relationships, and you probably see a pattern like, oh, this person keeps cheating on you, or this person, like, you always get the one that get left or something like that. And you know, your friends are always gonna be like, it's not you, it's them, and you always hearing that. That's always things, but sometimes it be us. Because once you love yourself, and just like I'm speaking on relationships specifically, once you love yourself, you learn to understand that that's what you're gonna attract. You're gonna attract someone that loves you the way you love you. You know what I'm saying?
This is true.
So why you shaking your head like that?
I ain't gonna lie, you touching the soul right now. Like, cause I'm really going
Touching the
through some
core.
things, and I'm just like, damn, like. God,
It's
you
true,
my
but
therapist?
honestly, yo, it's true shit. And I
Nah,
tell you
for
this
real.
100%. Like, I feel like a lot of people sit there and be like, no, I love myself. No, you don't. You don't even know the type of eggs you like. You like them scrambled, you like them sunny side up. You don't even know that. You just go with whatever Denny's provides you.
So,
You know what I'm saying?
whack ass daddy.
You know? So that's what I'm saying. I feel like you have to dig deep. It's going to be some lonely nights, and it's going to be like, but I'm telling you, once you reach that top tier of that, you ain't never gonna feel alone. You ain't never gonna feel sad and stuff. You gonna feel sad because, you know, things happen in life,
Right.
but you ain't never gonna feel that void.
So how do you love yourself though? I think like because you said, you know, you're gonna know when you love you. You know, when you love yourself, you're gonna attract those.
There's a lot of components, right?
Yeah.
And things that complement you, things from like tradition, culture, just of external forces, right?
Right.
It's not always your fault. You know, it's
Yeah.
not always, oh, like I grew up into this.
Yeah.
You know, so like let's just say social media, right? What are you gonna say to somebody that really cares about these likes, that really cares about their engagement, you know, and wants to, you know, make people understand like, yeah, I'm this, I'm that, but I'm also going through this. Just don't kill me for it. You know.
That's, I guess
That
that
is
comes back
hard.
with being vulnerable. I guess, man. You know,
Yeah.
being vulnerable and just
Yeah.
you know, just being like she said, being a real you, putting yourself out. I'm a person like I care about what people think to a certain extent. I don't mind putting myself out there though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to fake it. Like, you know, if people, you know, if I'm going through something, then mostly as far as like social media based, like whatever, then I just won't post. I might be a ghost, you know, but if I'm on social media, whatever the case, if I'm feeling sad, I might post something, tell ya I'm feeling sad. Like, this is why I'm feeling sad. Like, you know, I'll put myself out there because I'm just open to people. You know,
Yeah.
I enjoy talking. I enjoy the different interactions I get and the different perspectives I get from people on, you know, just
I feel
advice, whatever
I feel
the
like
case
the
may
older
be.
I get, the more reclusive I am. I was so
That's natural.
extroverted
Yeah.
younger.
You're more wiser.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, you just start learning more experiences. You're not the same Hamza that was 10 years ago,
For
not
sure.
even 2 years ago.
And you're not the same Erica from
Definitely not.
Yeah,
back when.
I still got the
I
same
don't know if
social,
I'm
but
the
I ain't
same
the same
cop,
person.
but, you know, yeah, I'm something like them.
But Erica, I want to talk about, you know, your different passions. Also, you know,
Ooh.
I want you to
Man,
tell
we really
us.
got to get into that.
You know, if you're
Hamza
vulnerable
loves
enough,
shining the light on everything
No,
that
no,
I
because-
do.
you know, I like to. I
Why?
like to celebrate people while they can, you know, still enjoy their flowers, you know. So,
I can
Wow.
appreciate that. I
You
can
know?
appreciate that for sure.
so you know, like just
See, Hamza's a person, he doesn't
I
have the ill
literally-
intent. So when he comes
Hey, I'm
comes
human.
forth with these, you know what I'm saying? When he comes forth with this type of energy, it's all because like he just want to like build you up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why this is really my
I wanna-
guy.
I wanna show you
Hamza
off. I wanna
has
show-
like, yeah, Hamza has this. One thing I love about Hamza is that Hamza just has this like, this high,
This
like
aura.
he just always.
we are
crazy.
but mere reflections.
Nah,
Um,
it's crazy, bro.
We are.
It's crazy, bro. Like, nah.
Dang,
for
where do
real.
I start? What do I talk about?
I mean, I literally just found out you was a photographer, and I knew you for.
I don't even label me as a photographer.
Okay,
just
you
yet.
don't label
You like
That-
freelance?
Don't
It's
define
not even
yourself.
freelance. I think you
Be
know.
water, my friends.
I went to high school for 4 years for photography. I learned a lot, and I always had an eye for photography. And one of my close homeboys, you know, is a photographer as well. And I would always like, you know, like shoot certain things, and he would always see like what I post on my phone, and he would be like, "Yo, you actually have a good eye. Like you should actually, you know."
That's dope.
And I just started doing it. I started, you know, I was always able to create so many visions and stuff like that in my head, and I'm just like, why not be the main person that could bring it all to life?
That's fire.
So I just started doing that. I asked Hamza to shoot, and he dubbed me.
I didn't dub
He
you.
dubbed me.
dubbed you?
He
No,
dubbed
no,
me, and
okay.
he saw a shoot that I did this past Monday, and I was showing him the photos, and he was like, "What? I didn't know." Like I told you not to
let
see.
me
You wasn't
be
jacking
clear.
the angle. She took. She ain't have the source.
And I didn't even know, but listen.
I shot that look already.
And what I told you, I was like, "Yo, Hums, I want to shoot you in film in this. I want to
And-
get." And he was like, "No,
So
we
In
got
due
it."
time, we did reschedule.
We did.
We did reschedule. And I'm glad that you make time for me. I'm glad that we're able to share.
So now I can shoot you now, like.
Nah,
I gave you. I'm here, so now
I
you
can
gonna
shoot
be
you
here
now.
for me.
Or I'm gonna shoot you now.
That's exactly what I mean.
We got it on camera, dog.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yo,
We're gonna go.
pause. It's funny you talking about photography though.
Mm-hmm.
I
What
remember I used to date this girl, and she was into like one of her majors in her school. I think it was like photography or whatever. And,
Mm-hmm.
like I went to her school. She took me to the whole like dark room and all that. Like,
Oh, those
she
are
was-
fire. Those are
yeah,
fire.
it was
Yeah.
interesting. But I didn't know what I was doing really in it. So I was like, you know, I was like a little kid. I was intrigued. I was like, oh, I see a light switch. I didn't realize. I'm like,
Why did you do? Look at her. She's over there like.
to the people who are watching this, if I destroyed any of y'all photos,
This-
lo siento.
Lo
Tell you
siento,
something.
lo
I didn't even know what I
Please
was
don't come
doing.
to
I was like,
IAGL.
I was looking like, nah, let me.
Trying to
Naturally,
harm us.
I flipped the light switch on,
I was this smart.
and I didn't even see the light go on. So
Brother
I'm
was
like,
I can't.
I just
stay
flipped
in
it back
here.
off. All I see is like 10 people like come out the room, like peeking with their heads out, like. I'm like, so then she looked at me like, what did you do? I'm like, she said, let's leave right now.
Yes, I'm out of
Yo,
here.
bro, I felt so bad, bro. Because you know, I felt, I don't even know if
It
I
was an
destroyed
honest
it.
mistake.
It was, but it's like, you know, when you
you
working
can't-
diligently and you in your zone and somebody
You felt like
discovered-
you was doing
Fuck
something
outta here.
right. He felt like he was doing. He's like, let me see y'all pay the Con Edison bill.
You made a valid point.
Fact.
You made a valid point. You see that feeling of like that guilt and feeling that you have to repay. A lot of people feel that. In you my boy. We damn near
course,
family.
of
You
course.
know, Erica, love you to death. I feel like sometimes I don't give y'all enough. So what's enough? Is trying enough? You know.
I think that comes a level of, you know, and this is the harsh truth, like the hard truth. I think it's a level of insecurity, like when you don't feel like you're giving enough. You know, I feel like
That's deep.
I think you have to understand the level of person that you are, like, you know, and who you are in people's lives and what you can give and what you know, like what you're able to give. I feel like you should never feel like you're not giving enough. You know what I'm saying? I think you have to sit back and recollect yourself and see who you are as a person. That's where the self-love comes in. That's when you know, once you reach that top tier like I was talking about, that's when you know when you're able to give to this world. You know what I'm saying? You cannot feel like you never given enough. What if, you know, as mentally, you could be doing a lot right now. You'd be like, oh, I didn't see this person in 2 months. I didn't even speak to her. I didn't even check up on her. Yes, it's going to be a little guilt, but you know exactly what you're going through as a person.
Right.
You probably working a lot. You probably got the kids. You got the wife. You got
All kind of things.
probably traveling or something like that. You cannot beat yourself up for something that you have no control of.
Right.
And
And
that's
then-
that's so crazy that you personally feel like that. Like you're a person. This
Hums,
guy.
I know.
This is a
We not gonna
person.
keep
I never
making
met
I ain't
somebody.
gonna lie
Nah.
podcast about-
It's not about that, bro.
Okay.
But it's
I ain't
about we
gonna
ain't gonna
lie.
lie. Because
Cause I ain't gonna lie.
you overextend yourself in every situation, bro.
Likewise,
I never
you
thought.
do
I thought
too.
it was me. Nah, I never met somebody like
Honestly,
me.
I never
until-
met somebody like Kadri that was as how would I say, as brave as me, but also as soft-hearted as me,
Okay.
Yeah.
if not more.
Look at that. I'm in front of
It's-
two
that's
kings.
him, though,
You
but
see?
like,
What kingdom y'all
but
running?
after a
Okay.
while, I
Nah,
wear
for
my
real.
emotions on my sleeve. So when I
For
feel
sure.
like I'm the type of person that
You a Cancer?
I am khadri.
My sign is the dollar sign, baby.
That's
So
that's the only sign I'm
You a Cancer?
y'all got
I-
to check for me.
You a
Check for me.
Cancer.
Associated
You a
with
Cancer.
astrology.
You are. Listen.
I'm not a.
Don't do it.
Listen,
When
I'm just
you a
kinda-
July or you a June?
No, hold on. But look,
No.
nah, for real though, that's crazy that you really feel like that. Cause like to sit there, like I'm the type of person that I give so much that I don't really look for nothing in return. So if I recognize that a person is giving the
Reciprocation.
effort, even just the effort, like you don't got to necessarily reciprocate on the same level as I'm giving, but if the effort is there, I'm pleased.
But there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's how everyone should move in this
But
world.
people don't move like that.
Because that's when it becomes that's the thing. It's like that's the environment that we in. That's what society has like made us to think. We're in this world. We're put on this earth to give. Everything we
It's
leave here,
interdependence.
you don't take
We all
nothing
have
with you.
to-
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One hand
The
wash
only
the
thing
other.
you really take, and I don't even know what it is after life because it depends on, your belief. I don't even know if you even take your memories with you. You know what I'm saying? So what are you really here? Like, you only here to leave a legacy. You only here for people to, when people on this earth, when you go, it matters whoever's on this earth and what you did for that, like for them. You know what I'm saying? So I think like we always constantly always saying like, sometimes things got to be beneficial. Yes. When it comes to your career, when you walk in certain rooms and you negotiating a business contract or something like, all right, this is my talent. This is what I could give to y'all. What can y'all give to me? Yes. It's certain aspects.
For sure.
But when you hear and you, I don't know, go, helping a homeless person or, building a house or something, going to another country and doing this, opening up a school, whatever, whatever cause, or even helping a lady with her shopping bags or doing anything out of love, that's what you're supposed to do. There's never supposed to be anything in return for that because that's what love is. This is what you got to give. You got to give love emotionally, physically, and mentally to this world. That's why a lot of people always say, you see all these like these philanthropists or like people like, they're always saying like, we just got to move with love. We move with love. There won't be no war.
That's why usually like when I get, like speaking in the giving sense, like when I give, nowadays, it may look like to you like I'm overextending myself, but usually like I'm not doing this because I'm looking for a thank you. I'm looking for you to be like, nah, that's my boy. I'll do it me personally. I'll be like, I'm doing this for the sake of God.
But
And,
can
and
you-
I'm going to be pleased with whatever blessings come in my life.
I think some of the
or
worry
how he
that,
blessed me
that
with.
comes in, is from, can you live without it being reciprocated? Like knowing it won't be reciprocated. And like that worries me. Because then I'm like, will you ever get you to know that
Right.
true measure of gratitude?
That just plagues your mind because it's
It
like,
does.
you
It
know what
does,
you
but
deserve
it's not
too.
in my. It's also not in my capabilities all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean,
I'm
to be
human.
honest with y'all, I feel like when you think like that, like if you ever move on with your life that it's not going to be reciprocated, that's just, like I said, insecurities again.
Yeah.
Because it's like you can't move on with your life. Like whenever you give love, that's what you're going to get back. Whatever you give to this world, whatever you give to
I
this land, that's
believe-
what you're going to get
I
back.
believe it's
So,
gonna
like,
come back tenfold one way or another.
but then you see, that's where the insecurity comes from. Just like when it comes to you giving and then you sitting back and like, yo, like I know it's gonna come back tenfold. That's you waiting on it to come back.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
you
got you.
can't do that.
Yeah.
Cause then why you doing it for? Cause now you expecting something in return.
Right.
When you do something, you do it. Comes back, it comes back. If it don't, it don't. You did your
But are you expecting something? Are you expecting that from the person that you're giving to, or are you expecting that just from?
I don't expect it
life?
at all.
Yeah.
I just expect it in general. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like when I'm doing something for somebody, I don't ever think of it like, oh yeah, like I know it's gonna come back. And a lot of people say that. You know what I'm saying? When you're like, yo, I know it's gonna come back tenfold. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
But you
also
just-
at a place where I'm okay with not getting certain things.
Okay.
But I know if I don't have it, I still want those around me, others to have it,
Why is that?
I mean,
Why can't you
So
have
you
it and
okay with the
everybody
love,
around
or
you?
in-
Yeah.
in-
it's like
not being
I'll,
reciprocated.
like I mean, you too, Kadri. I feel like you'll put yourself through the ringer just for someone else to be okay,
That's my life, bro.
That's
really my life.
And I feel like I accept a certain. It's a certain amount of. It's like almost like your kid eating.
Yeah.
you're okay with your kid eating and you starving. You're okay with that.
Yeah.
You're absolutely okay with that.
That's
There's
newfound love. That's
there's-
why.
you know
it's
what I'm
a whole
saying? That's
different. It's a
love.
whole different
Man, I'm telling you,
aspect.
this man
Yeah.
is
You know?
aura.
I mean,
Nah, I
but
feel
for
you.
real, like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are content. You don't need a drop of water.
To be honest, I be starving, and I'm
know what I'm
I just be
saying?
making sure like
times you got to make sure
my
that the
daughter
little one
good.
is
Like I just
set.
gotta make
But
sure my
their
daughter has
happiness,
snacks. Like
their happiness is like
it's your fuel. It's like
than
what you
anything
you know.
you could possibly
Yeah.
give to yourself.
It's
That's
it's
right.
it's a gift and a curse though, you know. But I feel like it's more so a gift, you know. And I feel like for people like you and I,
Yeah.
who usually are in those situations where we give more than where we receive,
Yeah.
I feel like ultimately the blessings to come is going to be unmeasured though. You know, we just got to look at it from that perspective. You know, we got to look at it as like, you know what, I'm giving, and yeah, I know it's gonna come back whenever, however God chooses to bring it
That's
back
a
to me
fact, yeah.
tenfold. And I'm gonna just, it could be tomorrow, it could be 10 years from now,
Yeah.
and we never gonna know, but we just gonna know that I got faith in this. I'm doing this. I'm helping a person that's in need,
It's
whether
my
it's
road, it's my
family,
part.
yeah, whether it's
I'm
a
just playing my
stranger.
part.
And we just gotta give out of love, out of like, you know what? Even it have been times I done fed somebody, bro. And I don't like to talk about
Yeah.
like my good
Yeah.
deeds and what I do. I don't like to brag, you know what I'm saying? But it have been times I done fed people and they didn't say thank you, and you feel like, yo, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Especially as a young black man, bro. We walk, people be walking past people all the time. They don't even say good morning. You know what I'm saying?
Fact,
Like
yeah.
you don't even say good morning, bro. Like this is a human being.
Yeah.
Like, and no matter what they going through, the people, what they steady judge them. They look at them, he a bum. This person could have lost his house or family in a fire. You don't know what he going through.
I think
or
that's
she going through.
that's a valid
You know?
point.
And
You gotta
sometimes you
remember-
might give to them, and they might be so off, like whatever.
We gotta
and you
remember
looking like you
we
can't even say
don't
thank
know
you. It's crazy.
someone's heart. We don't know what someone is going through.
Yeah.
All this like, oh, why your picture like that? Why your face like that? Or why you wearing the same this and that? And you know, because I ain't gonna lie, people are very hurtful in these comments.
People just worry. We just
You know?
naturally we worry about the
But
wrong
Online,
thing.
they're
you know
hurtful.
what it is? I really
And
just
they don't
laugh at
consider
like
all that
people that do like the
someone's going
negative
through.
comments and stuff because I'm just like, you took time out your day. Really, let's think about it. You took time out your day. You got on Instagram. You came to my photo. You put the keyboard up because the keyboard got to slide up. You use your muscles on your fingers
Right.
to type some negative shit. And in that time span, you could have been, I don't know, finding a job, feeding somebody. You could have been doing anything else.
Bettering
So
yourself.
So when you look at people that do
Something.
that, I just be like, damn. You know, that's why when y'all even when Trump was president and they was outside protesting on Fifth Ave, and I remember there was protesters in front of the whatever building he was in, and he was just looking down and he was literally like, it was feeding him because he's like, y'all took time out y'all day, y'all all have jobs, y'all called out of work, y'all probably left your kids.
Hold on, y'all risking your
Y'all probably
job.
left
You
y'all
don't
kids
know
at
what
home
the
with
job
somebody,
is.
and y'all
Risking it.
outside, and y'all in front of me doing all of this.
giving me all that time.
So
of
it's
the day.
like, and I mean, it's probably not
Time
even
that
a
you
good
ain't gonna get
example,
back.
but it's just like
Nah, I feel you though.
people
I hear
just
you.
really like, it's just time wasted. We were just talking about this before we even started, recording. We were just like, time is the most valuable thing. Like, it's the only thing that's given to us that we can never like refuse. We can never
Ooh.
take back. Like, we can never return it. We can't.
Well,
It's just
awesome.
given to us. You just gotta take it. It's just
So
something we
awesome.
gotta just take.
By the time
We were just saying that.
Allah
That was that
swears-
hit.
Allah
Yo,
swears
start the show with this.
Man.
But no, seriously,
that's
this
real
is what I did. Like, that's how, like, I just sit there and even when y'all, like, you were just talking a couple minutes ago when you was like, 10 years and stuff like that, your blessings are going to come and stuff. God has created a garden for everybody. Your path is already written. You just have to walk in your path, in your truth. And when you walk into that garden, everybody always says like, "Oh, my blessings is gonna come." You might not even be ready to walk into that garden to all your flowers.
I'm ready.
You know what I'm saying? No, but that's the thing. We
ready to
constantly
smell 'em.
always
Let me just
saying
smell
how
it.
like,
Give me my flowers now, man. All right, nah, I feel you though.
but you know what I'm saying? It's like you saying like it's gonna be 10 years from now. It's gonna be your blessings. You might be walking into your garden next week. You might be walking into your garden a year from now, 10 years from now, and when you in it, it's just like abundance
It's just
that you're
bliss.
walking into.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you're walking in your path, you're walking in your truth. That's just time. That's time every day that
So
we're
that's
taking
so
in.
more so for the people out there, everybody listening. If you giving, You know, you could relate to people like, you know, ourselves where we give, and we don't necessarily feel like we getting the reciprocation that we deserve. Just keep on giving, you know. Keep your faith high in God. Just know that it's going to come back, you know what I'm saying? You just got to move like that.
Throughout you waiting, you know, I think sticking around people that are genuinely appreciative of what you do, you know, stick by those people as close as much as you can.
That's what I was talking about with effort, though. You know what I'm saying? Not to cut you off. That's what I'm saying, because it's times where you can do for a person where they just naturally they can't do that for you.
Yeah.
And that don't mean that they're not a good person or that they're not an equal, you know, a good friend or whatever the case may be. But it's just like, I'm the type of person, I recognize the effort, the smallest things. You know, you may have a sip of water left. You know, you might be like, damn, this is, and if you just offer it, I'll know that that's your last sip of water. You don't got nothing else. I'll deny it, but I'll be satisfied that the offering was at least there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit there and put you in a position where it's gonna hurt you, you know. But at the same, I'm the type of person I could put myself in that hurt space where I gave, and for that moment, I'm a little down, but I know that naturally, I keep myself in that space where I'm like, I know it's gonna come back, so I'm good. But a lot of people, they don't have that capability.
That's strength.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they don't have
mental
that.
strength, yeah.
So I'm a person. That's why I'm okay with overextending myself. You know, but for the other people who can't, effort, you know what I'm saying? Gratitude, thank you. Yo, I really appreciate. I'm a person, words of affirmation, that win me over.
Yeah, know your MO. Know your MO.
Yeah, you know, that
and keep going. Like, fuck it, like you said.
Yeah.
Like,
as far as my peers, though, with words of affirmation, I'm talking about if it's a stranger, sometimes you give and it's like, yo, bro, here, man, or sis, ma'am, whoever you are, have a good day. You know,
right.
And sometimes you may not get that.
And we also forget
that heartfelt thank you that you want, but it's like, you know, you got to keep.
We're constantly, we are making a change. You know, like everything we're doing is making some type of change, whether you see it or not. Mm-hmm. People pick up on everything you do. You know, so like
somebody's always watching. I swear to
God,
people always saying that.
You
know when you on like social media and you just like you posting, you know, because it's your creativity, is whatever you want to post.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then you probably go to an event or something, and then someone's like, "Yo, I've been watching you," and you be like, "Damn."
Nah, that be happening
that shit
too.
Be crazy.
It be people I don't even got on the.
So people
bro, your page is dope. Yo.
People thinking, yo, nobody like my joint, nobody shared, nobody
people watching.
Don't worry.
Yeah, that's true.
Somebody watching.
It's being felt. The impression is there for sure.
And then I was gonna touch on, you know, how you guys were touching on like people pleasing and stuff like that, and how we got into how much we're always giving and stuff. So it's like two different aspects when you people pleasing. It's like the social media, like we was talking about at first, and then how we are just like always people pleasing, as in like giving and stuff
in general,
like that.
right? Yeah.
How do you guys? I know this is y'all show, but I'm about to ask you.
Nah, please, this is open. Listen, man.
But how do y'all feel like y'all have a good balance of that in y'all lives, like as individuals? Like, do you feel like you're people pleasing enough? Like, who are you on social media? Like, do you feel like you people pleasing enough, or do you feel like? Because I already know the kind of person you guys are, like outside in real life, and you guys are a very giving person, emotional on sleeve, Cancer, but
none of that. Man.
But like, do you guys feel like you guys are people pleasers on social media? Do you guys feel like y'all do certain things in certain ways to be looked at, you know, outside of the aesthetic?
Yeah. Yeah, Hums, I'll let you go first. Let me see what you.
And don't lie.
I ain't gonna lie.
I don't have you on social, but I'll find you and I'll be like, you lying.
I ain't hiding.
I show what I can.
Okay.
I show what's real.
Okay.
I show what I feel will promote myself and others. I show love.
That's good.
You know, I try to show. I mean, I am love Hums at the end of the day.
Feel me?
You know what I mean? But I try to. I guess. Who am I on Instagram? I try
just
to
social
show,
media in general, like Facebook, Twitter.
Oh, you speaking just social media?
In general, like, you know.
Yeah, in general, bro. Love.
I mean, first and foremost, you know, I'm Muslim.
Yeah.
But I'm human.
Right.
You know, I'm superhuman. Sometimes I'll be like, damn, I'm really humaning right now. I don't even know that's a word.
I'm out here humaning.
Right, you know what I'm saying? I'm having one of those moments.
I ain't know.
I'm having one of those. Nah.
I'm humaning right now.
Yeah. I try to know that, you know, whoever gonna pick it up, you know, whoever gonna rock with it gonna fall in line. Whoever won't, you know, it's just like that.
Fire.
Right. I
Yeah,
mean,
it is
yeah,
what it is.
I kind of got that mindset now. You know,
Okay.
I kind of got that mindset now too. You know, I'm still like going to be me unapologetically. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be social media, whether
That's
it be in
fine.
real life. You know, I'm just going to be me. Like, you know, what you see is what you get. You know, it's not a, you know, you're not entering the twilight zone once you get the note. Like, it ain't none of that. Like, it's black and white. You know.
You out here turning lights in
Yeah,
dark
you know,
rooms.
I try to like,
Pretty
you know,
sure.
personality wise too. Like, I could meet you for the first time, and I'm gonna act like I knew you for 10 years.
That's
You know,
fine.
I'm gonna just be like, oh, you gonna be you, and the other person might be like, yo, this person real comfortable. Like, oh, it's just me, like, you know, because I'm a person like why are we keeping these barriers up? You know, like why,
Yeah.
you know, you keeping certain walls up. Naturally, it's gonna be walls up. I have walls up that subconsciously are there, but I mean, just like the whole Tim, like, yo, man, listen, we human, we going through the struggle, we all striving. What's up? You know, like that's just the kind of person I am. So.
But it just takes a level of like self-awareness to
Yeah,
have
yeah,
that.
yeah. And I've
You
and
know what I'm
I've
saying?
I've accepted that, and I recognize that through like my giving, you know, and
Yeah.
overextending. That's the self-awareness came from that. Like, I had to really sit there and reflect on, like, yo, why does this always happen? Why am I feeling like I'm overextending?
But that's just who you
Yeah.
are, love.
And then
so
I
it's kind of
accepted
like,
it.
you know, like
Yeah.
this is just
Once
who
I
am.
accepted it, it made it more easier for me to digest when I go out in the world.
Yeah.
And I'm put back in these predicaments where I'm going to be like, man, I got to do this. I gotta get his jacket off my back. She needed more than I do. You know, I'm cool with it now. You know, if I'm able to do it, I'm gonna do it. If I can't do it, then, you know, at least I leave it in my heart that if I was able to do it, that my intentions are still there. You know.
Yeah.
What are some kind of like a conclusive, you know, words of wisdom
Damn.
for people?
I'll be giving to you. I give them to you on the daily,
Yeah,
Hamza.
that's a fact.
You don't write them on your
I
phone?
cherish them.
You don't write them down on your phone?
Words of wisdom.
You know,
Ooh.
some like kind of, you know, it's
Feed your soul, not the flesh.
Mhm. That's deep.
yo.
That's mad deep.
That's deep. Nigga spit. Nah, she been spit. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, you been.
Y'all trying to add me as a
I gotta-
out here have biblical Sundays, okay? On a Wednesday, you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
Feed your soul, not your flesh. Give. Keep giving. Give as much as you can.
Right.
Gain knowledge. Knowledge is power.
Mhm.
Love is key.
Mhm.
And remain humble. Remain humble, remain wise, and always put your faith in God or a higher self, you know? And always look straight ahead, never to the sides, never behind you. Always
I
look
got a
straight
question
ahead.
on the humbleness though. That's first of all what you said. I love all of those.
Y'all gonna write it down because you know what? What I'm
gonna-
not
play
gonna
it
do is
back.
come back
We
on the
gonna
show and
play
say
it
it
back.
again.
It's cool.
Okay, that's what I'm not gonna.
Nah, we gonna play
Nah,
it back.
thank you
But I
for
think
those
the
words.
humbleness for a person like for a person that considers themselves humble, like, is it arrogant if a person, you know, if they,
I was told someone that considers themselves humble is never humble.
But do you agree with that?
I do.
You was
'Cause
told by
I'm
who?
constantly worried.
You was told by society.
Man, was I arrogant or was I doing this? Was I out of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I think in the sense of humbleness is just doing everything like, you know, just with like a sense of care. You know what I'm saying? Like when you talented, when you walking into a room, like, and you guys are, you know, this artist just comes in, it's not like, oh yeah, I does this. Yeah, like, you know, you did amazing. You're a great talent. You're a great artist and stuff like that. But just when I mean being humble with it, it's just like, you know, showing more gratitude, like you using your talent and stuff like that for the good. You know what I'm saying? Like your humbleness is coming from like the inside. You know what I'm saying? It's not just because if you sometimes you got to be arrogant, but you don't got to be.
Now you gotta have that.
You don't gotta
oomph, though.
throw it, yeah, but
Nobody's
you don't
gonna
gotta throw
forever
it in
keep
nobody's
go through
face,
life,
you know?
Oh, I'm just a humble.
When you
You're gonna
arrogant,
get
you don't
shitted
have
on,
to.
like,
You know
I'm
what
not
it
getting
is?
shitted on.
When you arrogant, you don't have to put it. You don't have to bring somebody down.
Yeah, right.
Arrogance. Sometimes people be arrogant and they throw it off like yeah, I'm the best out here, And it's like, okay, you the best out here. I respect it and stuff, but you don't gotta make
Almost
the
like
next
at other
person
people's
feel down.
expense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could be confident. You don't gotta be arrogant. You can be confident. You can say, yes, I am a very talented artist. I done put a lot of work in this album, or I done put a lot of work into this book and stuff like that. Or I put a lot of work into building in this school, and it's for the better goods. That's what I mean, humble. I don't mean it as in like, you know, you don't come and you gotta know when you're great. You know what I'm saying? You can walk into the room and be great, but
It's
you
all
don't
about
gotta
how you carry yourself, though. You know, because a person could sit there and be like, man, I wrote this book the best.
But when you know
And
you're
you
the
can
best,
say-
you don't ever gotta walk into the room and say you're the
but
best.
you can still feel like, but on the inside, you can
You
feel
know?
like, yo, I put my
If
I
you
put
know,
my
you
all in
know.
this book, and how it comes out on the outside, you could be like, you know, I
I
took
hope
a
you
different
guys
approach.
reciprocate.
You
Yeah,
know, I think you will really be interested in, you know, this book that I wrote.
Yeah.
You know, I think it will touch you in some lives, you know, touch some lives out there, and I think you guys will be able
I ain't
to
gonna lie,
relate.
coming out with a book soon. Look out for that.
You know what I'm saying? It'll be in your Barnes and Nobles, Nobles and Barnes.
Your local coffee shop. Okay.
Local coffee shop, fact. Shout out to the local coffee shops, man,
That's
out there,
offended.
you know. But
And we ditching the coffee. Coffee is a drug. Pick up some matcha.
And weed.
Some-
But yeah, definitely smoke some damn weed. Y'all be talking
They
about
both
coffee
green.
and drugs. They both green. They made from the earth.
Get you some
Okay,
money.
you know what I'm saying?
listen, these plants back here is the only green I need in my life. Right? Little plant, little sunlight, and I'm straight
Oh
out.
man.
I need a
But
blunt.
Erica, thank you. E Monvy, y'all. Much love.
Yes, yes.
Thank
this
you guys
was
for having me here.
You're
It's
amazing.
honestly
It
a
was a
pleasure. Like, I
We
hope
appreciate you.
when you
We're
guys
honored.
release this or whatever the case is, I hope this actually touches a lot of people's ears.
Oh, it's going. Listen,
I
it
mean-
touched me. That's enough. All right,
Yeah, I'm
good.
on here, you know.
The vibrations in the room was just, it was amazing, you know.
I'm really like, hopefully I can come back on the shows, you know,
for sure, for
and
sure.
like we talk more stuff and stuff like
we'll
that.
have other segments and stuff like that we know you just gonna thrive on, and we gonna put you right back in it.
Even if it's a year from now, I'm gonna be like, you know, I'm back 365 days ago, back with
gonna be
some
that
more.
long,
You know what I'm saying?
Just bring that
But
same energy, you know. and
always,
we appreciate
always.
you.
It's just
Let's
me.
keep
Hums
going,
knows this is just
Keep
me.
them reminders, near.
Can y'all please write down the things that I said, because I'm not gonna repeat myself
I
next
want to
time.
keep reminding
Let us
myself
play the
as
tape
much as I
back.
can.
Okay, all right. Y'all got notes on your
Let's
phone. I know
go.
y'all both got
In the
iPhones.
loop.
Right? Shoulda
Make
had a
some
knife
music.
at the
Phone
neck.
mix. Let's keep
Okay,
going.
cool. I can have me in the intro of a song or outro, you know, about
She's the
album.
type
Let me
person,
know.
as soon as you wake up, did you tell yourself you love yourself today? Huh? Did you? Huh?
Listen, and my reminders is to the T.
Nah, they
I
are
would be like,
important,
send text,
They are
send
important.
Hums a text, let him know, you know.
Right? They are important.
But
We
it's
should
really
create
an
a
honor.
service that definitely, like sends out reminders.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
But then,
I appreciate you guys though. I
Nah,
really
we
appreciate
appreciate
just
you, you
being
know.
here and just this conversation was really good. I'm glad like it's gonna actually be
Very
seen out to the
insightful.
world.
Very insightful.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? This is what we represent, IAGL, man. This is who we are.
it is.
know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we're not gonna lie no more.
Yeah, we ain't gonna lie. Man. For what? We're not lying. I'm not lying. I'm not lying no more. Okay, it's no good. It's
No estoy mintiendo.
Yes.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I had to throw it up a little
You know what I'm
bit.
saying?
But
Episode 2 in the books, bro.
Let's do
You
it.
got it done. You know, y'all stay tuned. We got more coming.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Erica. You know what I'm saying?
E Monvy, y'all
you.
follow her.
Yes, please.
If
Please
y'all
don't
get
follow me.
the chance to get shot by her,
alone.
I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed.
You won't regret it.
Thank you guys.
You already
Thank
know.
you so
Peace
much.
and love, y'all. Y'all be good, man.
All right.
Bless.